Well, hello there, gang. Welcome to the 30. This is your host, Patrick. Episode 121. 121 of the 30. I think it is episode 121. Gosh, I can't keep track of it. It's just going so quickly. Anyhow, welcome to this episode. The 30, of course, is brought to you by the Jackman Group LLC. So weekly live broadcasts where we focus on providing information, knowledge, and entertainment to you, our valued viewers and listeners. Certainly glad that you decided to join us on this episode. Do me a huge favor. Make sure that you like and share this broadcast. Make sure that you let someone else know that we are here, we're on the air, and we want to make sure that we get the knowledge that you are getting, that you pass it on to some of your friends and colleagues, your community. Make sure that they also get the same knowledge. If you've missed any of our previous episodes, you can catch them certainly at any of our socials, whether it's on Facebook. You can go to my personal Facebook page, or you can go to the Jackman Group LinkedIn page or YouTube channel. Under the YouTube channel, you can get it at Jackman Group LLC.com. That is at the Jackman Group LLC.com. And if you are watching from YouTube, make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. If you found any of our weekly broadcast value, I invite you to join the Jackman Group community. We are a growing community, so I want to make sure that you become part of our community. You simply go to our website, and I'm going to put that up here now so you can see it. You can go to our website, the Jackman Group LLC.com, hit subscribe, which is at the top left of the page, and you'll be joining this growing community as we look to expand. Well, we are going to get started. Today, we are going to continue our focus on personal and professional development. We've started this about 4 or 5 weeks back, and we're going to continue as we talk more about your development, my development, both personally and professionally. So stick around, give me about 10 seconds, and we will be right back. All right, we're back. Let's talk today. We're talking about continuing our focus on personal and professional development. Last week's episode, we talked about 2 things. Number 1, we talked about the difference between training and coaching. We established that coaching is not training and training is not coaching. We give you the distinction and the difference between both of them. I'm going to give you that again. And then the second thing that we discussed last week for last week's episode was we talked about the 5 most popular types of coaches. And I'm going to also bring that to you. But let's do a quick review because I think this is important. A lot of us get the 2 mixed up, training and coaching. And sometimes we think that coaching is training and we think that training is coaching. Well, it's 2 very distinct things. So we talked about it last week, and I want to just cover it again this week briefly. So when we talk about training, training is basically teaching someone new skills or trying to enhance the existing skill set. That is quite different from coaching. As a coach, I can teach you a new skill, or I can further enhance the skills that you have. Well, folks, that is not coaching. I'm simply a coach teaching you a new skill or enhancing the skills that you currently have, but that is not coaching. Coaching, on the other hand, is basically helping another person reach higher effectiveness in the process of creating dialogue, through thought-provoking and a creative process that leads to awareness. So it's asking the right types of questions. Maybe some of those types of questions in the dialogue could be giving you an opportunity to think through it as the coachee. It's about inspiring another person or others to maximize their personal and professional potential. And that's what coaching is about. Difference between coaching and training. So last week we talked about the 5 most popular types of coaches or coaching. 5 most popular types of coaching that's out there. If you were with us last week or if you caught us in replay, do me a favor, drop what you've learned. If you know of any of those 5, just put it in the chat. Just put it in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have gathered. If you know of one of the 5 or all of the 5 that we discuss, go ahead and put that in the comments now. Today, we are going to be talking about one of them. We're going to take a deeper dive into the one that, from our perspective, from our company's perspective, we focus on 2: executive coaching and leadership coaching from a company perspective. Today, we're going to talk specifically about leadership coaching. And what is it? And how can you benefit from it? What are some of the takeaways that you can get or glean from having a leadership coach? You know, one of the things that we look at, and this is part of our promo that we put on there earlier, is that if you are a professional athlete, let's say you are a golfer, a tennis player, you usually see them with their coaches, right? Professional players usually have coaches. They have people that not only coaches that's going to teach them or enhance the skill, but they also have coaching to get them to the next level. So if these folks that are making millions, sometimes billions of dollars, have coaches and they subscribe to coaching, as a leader, as a manager, as a supervisor, as one that aspired to be in a leadership role, why don't we have coaches? Why don't we have someone that's coaching us, that's helping us maximize our full potential? Right? So that's the question. If others have it and you're seeing their potential and you're seeing them maximize and go from one place to the next, why don't we have it? Why don't you have it? I hope that you already have a coach, and if you don't have a coach, make sure you get one. So we're going to talk specifically about leadership coaching and who should have it, reasons why you should have it, how can you benefit from a leadership coach. So if you are an experienced or even a new manager or senior manager, a leader or supervisor, or even if you desire to be in a leadership role, but right now, currently you are an individual contributor, you can benefit from having a leadership coach. You can glean some things that may help you to get you from where you are to where you desire to be. See, I have a coach. I also have some advisors. Last week, my wife and I, we went out of town and we happened to meet up with one of our coaches. And I am telling you, it was the information that we gleaned, the questions that she asked us, we left her like, wow. And we were just amazed by the things that we got and we thought by and leaving there. We're like, man, why aren't we doing this? We should be looking at it in this way. So she brought us to a point where we started thinking, hey, we need to look at our businesses in a totally different light. We need to have a different strategy. We need to have a different plan of action. We need to start setting some more goals, right? Because again, it's about thought-provoking dialogue that will help us go from where we are to where we want to be. So, and that's what leadership coaching is about, is helping you to uncover some of the things that you probably didn't know or you didn't even think of. So let's look at how can you benefit from a leadership coach. If you're a manager, supervisor again, or a leader, or if you're a senior leader, a senior manager, or individual. So I'm going to give you, I said, 5 or 6 different ways that you can benefit from having a leadership coach. And then at the end, I'm going to give you an opportunity to, hey, weigh in, put a comment in the comments box. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to contact me and our team so that we can get you going. We can set you up with a leadership coach, with an executive coach, because we all need one or a couple. So the first benefit that I want to talk with you about is enhanced performance. See, a leadership coach can help you to enhance what you have now. Sometimes as leaders, well, not sometimes, most of the time, all the time, we think ourselves as one way. We may think ourselves as an effective leader. But guess what? Even the greatest leader on earth has blind spots. We may be thinking that we're doing something right. In essence, if we were to do a 180 or 360 with those that are around us, our team members, managers and leaders above, those around us, and those that report to us, I guarantee you that you will see that how they see you may be quite different from how you see yourselves. So we all have blind spots. So through having a leadership coach and engaging in dialogue with your coach, that coach can bring you to a point of what we call self-awareness to help you see those blind spots. Maybe we are too negative in our thoughts. Maybe we have what we call a fixed mindset as opposed to a growth mindset. And a good leadership coach can help you to explore a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. Maybe we're looking at things one way, and when there's another way for us to look at it. Maybe we have one strategy, and we think that strategy has worked for us for the last 10, 15 years. Well, I have news for you. Coming out of COVID, that strategy may not work now. So a good coach can help you with that. A good leadership coach can help you to uncover some of these blind spots, can help you to really look at yourself in a different way, can help you to look at your existing strategies and see how can you improve them? How can we enhance them? How can we look at them to get you to the next level? So that's number one, focusing on enhanced performance. Another one is, and I alluded to it, is looking at things from a fresh perspective. See, sometimes the way we look at things can get a little stale and get a little boring, right? We may have one way of looking at things. But from an outside perspective, by engaging in dialogue with your coach, your leadership coach, they can help you to see things in a totally different light, which can bring you to a more meaningful and lasting change. I know, I get it. Patrick, I don't like the word change. I get it. I understand that. But guess what? If we keep doing the same thing that we're doing, we'll get the same thing that we've been getting. So if you are in need of a different perspective, if you're in need of a push, kind of something that can inspire you to take you from where you are to the next level. That's what a leadership coach does. It, the leadership coach helps you to look at things again through dialogue, because they're not going to, a good leadership coach, a great leadership coach isn't going to tell you what to do, but through dialogue, they're going to bring you to a point where now you're looking at things in a different light. So that's number 2. Looking through a different lens and looking from a different perspective. Another item or another benefit or potential benefit, I should say, to you as the prospective coachee that the coach can bring is empowerment, right? So you can learn from the coach the power of empowerment. See, sometimes we get caught up in me, 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 me. We don't want to delegate and empower others. Well, in your dialogue with your coach can help you to look at the importance of delegation and empowerment. And this could be an added benefit, not just to you, but more importantly, to your team members. Because now when you're empowering team members, you're seeing different skills within your team members. So having the opportunity to focus on empowering those that are where you are serving or leading can not only help you help those that report to you or those that you serve, but in a whole can also help the organization. Another thing, if we look at, I think that's number 3. Let's look at number 4. Another benefit to having a leadership coach is the honesty that the leadership coach can bring. See, sometimes we have what we call, what I call, and what I've heard this over the years, we may have what we call stinking thinking, right? We may need a checkup from the neck up. And it may take a leadership coach to help you in identifying that, you need to start thinking in a different way. Why are all your thoughts so negative? Why are you focused on the small things, the negative thoughts, and why are the negative thoughts stopping you from moving forward? So a leadership coach can help you to identify some of these things. What are some of the reasons where you are stuck? What are some of the contributing factors that have you stuck? And as the coach starts to ask these questions, the next one, which I alluded to earlier, is bring you to a point of self-awareness. And that's the greatest point. That's the greatest thing that a leadership coach can do for you. And that's what coaching is all about, basically, is asking the right questions in a process of dialogue and bring you to the point of self-awareness, which says, well, you may need to change a couple of things. You're not who you thought that you are. So if you have high turnover in your team, if you have low performance in your team, through sessions with your coach, they may help to bring you to the point where, hey, what I'm doing, my communication style to my team and with my team may need to change. I may be talking to them and not with them. I may be too harsh and focus on the power of leadership as opposed to the influence of leadership. So your leadership coach can really help you in many different ways, personally and professionally. Maybe you're lacking another point is maybe you're lacking confidence. I think this is point number 5. I'm lost as to how many points I've given you, but I'm going to call it point number 5. Maybe as a leader, you're lacking confidence for whatever reason. Well, having a leadership coach can help you with that, because one of the first things that a leadership coach will do, if I'm your coach, one of the first things that I would do with you is really find out what your goals are. What do you want to accomplish? And as we start to work on goal by goal, so here's a nugget for you. We're not going to work on, let's say there are 3 goals. We're not going to work on all 3 goals at the same time. We're going to isolate and we're going to work on goal by goal by goal. So we're going to work on one goal. When you accomplish that goal, that's a major celebration. So we're going to celebrate together. In essence, we're going to celebrate your wins, your successes together. And what does that do? When you win, we all love to win. I haven't come across someone that says, you know something? I love losing. If you see that person, run from that person. We all love to win. So when we accomplish one goal, we're going to have a celebration. And what does that do to you as the coachee? That helps with your confidence, right? That shows you, hey, I might have failed, but I'm not a failure. So through these individual and small wins, which will lead to big wins, through our support as a coach, as leadership coach, that's where your confidence will go up, because now you can see, okay, I'm actually doing this. I'm actually reaching some success. My mindset has changed. I've moved from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. I'm reading more. I'm getting more out of in terms of performance. My team is performing better. I'm having a better work-life balance. I'm seeking and accomplishing greater development. That helps with confidence, folks. So these are just some of the things that I want to drop by you and drop on you in terms of how can you benefit from having a leadership coach. Now, if you desire to have a leadership coach, if you see yourself, if you're in any of these categories, whether it's a middle management, upper management, a leader, supervisor, individual contributor, and you see that one of the 5, or if not all 5, where you can benefit, and you said, you know, I've never had a coach. I've never saw the value of a coach. But through watching this and listening over the last 5 weeks, how do I go about getting a coach? Well, here's how you do that. I want you to reach out to me. I want you to touch base with me. And I'm going to put our email address up here. It's info@jackmangroup.llc.com. info@jackmangroup.llc.com. And I want you to send me an email and says, I need some more information about how can I invest in a coach. If you're serious, send an email. If you're not serious, don't do it. Just continue doing what you're doing. But I would love the honor to at least chat with you. So if you're serious about going down the road and investing in a coach, because we've talked about how you can benefit, enhance performance, helping to identify blind spots, empowerment, having a fresh perspective, greater confidence. If you see how you can benefit job satisfaction, enhance job satisfaction, if you see how you can benefit from having us as your leadership coaches, I encourage you to send us an email, info@jackmangroup.llc.com. We would love the privilege to speak with you and partner with you as you move forward in becoming a more effective leader, a more effective manager, and a more developed person, both personally and professionally. If you do that, if you're not serious, don't do it. So with that said, I want to thank you. Again, thank you for being here on the 30. We do this each week where we bring knowledge, information, and entertainment to you, the viewer, and you, the listener. Thank you. We will see you next week. Again, we invite you to join our community. Here it is, jackmangroup.llc.com. So until next week, make sure that you are safe. May God bless you and your family. We will see you in a week.